Body blow to activists. A whopping 82% of Berlin's voters refuse to support Net Zero 2030 agenda as referendum fails. 82% fail to support it. Authored by Paul Gosselin via No Trick Zone on Zero Hedge. The results of Berlin's climate neutrality by 2030 referendum tells us that FFF and Last Generation are fringe movements, remote of even Berlin's mainstream. It'll take a long time for the radical climate activists to recover from this major setback. The movement's leaders reacted in disbelief and sourly to the defeat, as Twitter account holder George tweeted. Crushing defeat. Last Sunday's Berlin climate neutrality by 2030 referendum failed resoundingly despite the more than €1 million spent in a massive run-up campaign that included plastering the city with posters, concerts by famous performers, huge support and propaganda by the media, and hefty donations coming from left-wing activists from the east and west coasts of the United States. Once the dust of the referendum settled, it emerged that the yes side fell way short of the quorum 608,000 votes needed to pass the measure. Only 442,000 cast votes in favor, which represented only 18% of Berlin's eligible voters. The activists expected a far greater turnout. 82% refused, though, to lend any support. Berlin's rejection of the climate neutrality by 2030 mandate is a massive body blow to the radical Fridays for Future and Last Generation movement in Germany. It'll take months for the radicals to recover it, even forever, from this setback. The Berlin initiative to make the city climate neutral by 2030 was led by rich, upper-class youths like Luisa Longhall-Neubauer, but Berliners, having been harassed for months by activists gluing themselves to streets and blocking traffic, saw the folly of the initiative and the high cost it would entail politically and financially. They decided resoundingly they would not be part of it. And lashing out on the majority, the agony of referendum defeat was palpable as some of its leaders reacted by lashing out and insulting those who refused to vote yes. And in a video, movement co-leader Luisa Neubauer sank into cynical accusations against the majority, even calling the uncooperative Berliners fossil cynics and climate destroyers. In Neubauer's view, these forces include the vast 82% of Berliners who refuse to vote yes, so troublesome democracy can be the bubble has finally burst. Germany's Pete Ticker commented on Berlin's referendum. Social Democrat Dario Schrapp went on Twitter at the gloating that would now come from the other side, but he and other supporters of the Green Ban politics need not be surprised. For years they have been spreading their ideas of good politics for years in a self-righteous, arrogant, and sometimes aggressive manner. They, mostly members of the upper class, middle class, have declared war on the lower and lower middle class with their destructive climate measures. Outside the Berlin political bubble and the other urban feel-good oasis of Germany, the Neubauers of this world never possessed much support, and now the bubble has finally burst. In the Marzahn, Köpenick, and Lichtenberg districts, the majority of voters voted against the referendum. The normal working population of Berlin decided against the journalistic and political elite. But don't expect the climate radicals to go away. They'll be back at it soon enough. And this is on Zero Hedge, authored by Paul Gosselin via No Trick Zone. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.